All right, guys, welcome back. Kind of a moment of truth right now. This gas tank is in really, really good condition on the outside, um, but we got to look inside and see what's going on. So let's pop the cap, flash a light in there, and let's see what we've got. Fingers crossed, man. I've seen some videos online where these things are completely roached on the inside, but let's see. Let's go take a tour on the inside of the gas tank. All right, let's do it. So to get these open, a lot of people pry on these, but they're not hard. You just push them down, and then you're going to push this little tab. Okay, moment of truth, guys. Oh, this either means that the tank is worth a little bit of money, or it's going to be a major process. So let's pop it. Open right up. Holy buckets. This thing is clean. Here, let's get you a better look. Wow. Okay, gaskets broke. I can't believe this. Look at this, guys. See if I can get you. It's a little bit of rust. That's just surface rust down in the bottom there. This tank, I'm honestly, dude, I'm kind of speechless here. Just some surface rust. I don't see anything crazy. I've seen these things look like little terrariums before. That is like shining in my face. Down in there, trying to get you guys a good look at it. Yeah, this is best case scenario, to be quite honest. When I bought this bike, the tank wasn't on it. The tank was separate. So somebody at one point drained it, took it off the bike and stored it and took care of it. So this is a huge, huge, huge win. See down there, what's that stuff? What is that? What is that? Oh, that's just part of the gasket, this broken gasket down in there. Woo, this is a huge win, guys. We can definitely, this is treatable. We'll get this thing 100% cleaned out. Okay, let's talk through that process here next. We really lucked out on this tank, man. It looks really, really clean. So let's start tearing it apart. So here's your petcock. This controls, gas on, reserve, all of this. We just need to take this off. I find it easiest just to grab a crescent wrench and just twist this. Oh, this is, somebody took care of this tank, man. This is sliding right off. Let's just twist this right off. Really, 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 really simple to do. This little thing here. It's actually doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. So what do we do? What do we do with the part? We put it in the box. All right. We put it in our tote bin for sure. So, okay, there's that. Let's flip this thing over. And here we can see this tube. So I want to start de-rusting this tank right away. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this tube back up for now, and you'll understand why here in just a little bit. But here's something that I highly recommend. All right, we need to actually plug this. This is where the petcock was. We need to plug that. So I actually jerry-rigged up out of another little piece of tube this little stopper. I just took a little bolt, put a bolt in the end of the tube. I've got a little couple of clamps. Take this off, and this worked great on my CB350. It worked perfectly to cover this up and plug this hole. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this, see if I can do this gently here. And we're going to try to just put this back on here. It should just twist on if I can get it started. Yeah, see that? So we're just going to put this on there. Whoops. Got caught on my glove. Let's just put that on there. We'll give that a nice twist and get it on there real good because this tank's going to sit for a while with some magic fluid that I'm going to put in it, and I'll share it with you here in just a little bit. So let's get this kind of set on there. Get it on there real good. As far as you can get it on there. This works really, really well, and I've been able to reuse this a few times. So there we go. Just grab the clamp. Gotta loosen this up just a little bit more. Should have grabbed a shorter screwdriver for this process. But real simple. We're just going to clamp this on. All right, and once you get that tightened on, that's going to just create a nice seal for us. It works really great, man. Just a bolt, piece of tube that fits over that, couple clamps, clamp her down. So real simple. Now I'm going to introduce you to some magic solution. You're going to need some of this with your restoration project for sure. Buy this stuff, okay? Evaporust. All right, you're going to need, I would go buy, 3 gallons of it right off the bat. I think it's about 20 bucks a bottle, but this stuff is magic. I tell you what, you can drop all your parts in it and it literally evaporusts. What we're going to do is we're going to take a couple gallons of this and fill up that gas tank, and we're going to let that gas tank sit for a probably a good week before we drain it, maybe even longer. I actually stored my 70 CB350s tank all winter with Evaporust in it. Just let it set for many months. Didn't hurt anything. This stuff is also non-toxic, so no crazy fumes, anything like that. All natural, super safe rust remover. Evaporust for the win. I'm telling you. Let's fill up this tank and get it derusting. All right, we're just going to start filling the tank with Evaporust. Again, we put that's why we put this little plug in the tank. Actually, should shake this tank out, make sure there's no debris. There's all those little gasket pieces. We're just going to shake it. Get all the gunk out of it. There we go. Oops, still a little piece in there. This is fun. This is real fun to watch too, I bet. Let's keep shaking it. I'm going to get that last piece out. That actually ended up being quite a workout to get that last piece in there. But let's just fill this thing all the way to the top with Evaporust. One thing cool about Evaporust is that you can reuse this stuff. So until it gets to be a really dark black color, you can just keep using it. I'm making a big mess. I actually I've been just using these 3 pieces quite a bit, but we're going to fill this up to the top. So when you go and buy this stuff, make sure you buy enough to fill up your gas tank. I think that these take a little less than 2 gallons, the CLs. The CB tanks are a little bit bigger. I think they're about 2.5 gallons. But we're going to see if we got any leaks too once we fill this up. This stuff is magic. I was so blown away by the results. I would take just completely rusted bolts and let them sit overnight in Evaporust, and I would come back out and the next morning pull the parts out, and they looked, not quite brand new, but they were, super clean. Again, this Evaporust is really good stuff. We're almost full here. We're going to take it all the way to the top. Then we're going to look for some leaks. Hopefully we don't see any. But there we go. We got that baby topped off. Keep your bottles. Don't throw them away. I'm going to peel the rest of this little gasket out. The gasket's broke on the gas tank, but you can get new ones are easy, really cheap. I don't know if I necessarily need a new one, but let's try to get that out of there. Of course, it slides in the back. Everything's always so finicky on these things. Yeah, give me a sec. All right, just got some trusty needle nose. Pulled those out. I'm just going to clamp it down, shut her down, and I'm just going to look here for some leaks. See if I got any leaking. If I need to put any hose clamps on, can definitely do that. This one looks to be holding okay. I might have a small leak on this end, but that's super easy to fix. So just grab a little hose clamp and we'll put that on. But we're just going to leave this tank alone and let the Evaporust do its magic. I'm literally just going to put this thing on a shelf. Just let it sit. Just let that stuff do its work. The stuff is amazing. Pick it up. You're going to need it. You're going to probably submerge, pretty much all the parts, nuts, bolts, brackets, everything that you take off of this thing in Evaporust to start cleaning those things up. So Evaporust is in the tank. And I'm telling you, for what I paid for the bike, this this gas tank is worth every dollar I paid for it so far. So huge win on the CL350 from 1972 in Honda. So cool. We're treating our tank. On to the next step. And I did just end up doing a couple hose clamps here. I did have a little bit of leakage coming out of that connector. But other than that, everything seems to be holding really, really well. So this gas tank is ready to go on the shelf. And hopefully the inside of this thing is going to be rock solid. So that's how you treat a gas tank. It's time and the right product. Again, the right product for the job. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And then, go ahead, follow Instagram, Twitter. BB Manson's the name. We're going to keep on rolling through this project. We'll see how many videos I can pump out today. But there's a lot to do in the shop.